Hey, what's up? It's E-Town. This is Elizabeth, and I'm going to try to maybe make a video here and there because I got some stuff to say and don't know who to ask, and I figure if anybody wants to provide free advice or free feedback or whatever, that way I know this is not like something, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to make calls and pay for advice because I don't trust anybody with a second motive with money. So I just need real answers, not facts, just opinions on different things because I feel locked in a box, so I need other ideas to some shit. There's all kinds of topics and things that I may be touching on with these videos. So, this is just the intro for now. And, we'll see where it goes. I hate it for you, but, there's some things I need to say and I have nobody to say it to. And it feels like everything I say, do, think, want, like, believe is against the law somehow or another. It's some kind of criminal act against humanity just for me to exist within my own reasonable, space here within the house and stuff. So anyways, I'm kind of fearful to even speak on stuff going on in my brain because I feel like it may be a crime to be confused or needing help or other people's views on things. So anyways, for what it's worth, yeah, just hey, and I'm slowly but surely gonna try to get some shit out on the table as far as what in the hell I'm talking about and what the hell other people are not seeming to talk about. A lot of it has to do with government and laws and criminal justice and domestic things, just everything, good things, great things. But when I'm in a serious mode like this, a lot of times things get taken like for bad when they're actually good. But yeah, there's a lot of bad shit that needs to be handled in a much better manner. And I'm no expert and I fucking get rowdy as hell. But when I'm thinking, from a like heart-based, experience-based, human-based level, it seems like things can be handled a little bit easier and better when it comes to laws and trouble and punishments and jails and all this he said, she said BS that people get locked up for when there's this stuff. Things really need to catch up with like reality, I guess is what I'm saying, is that we need some reform in the laws and the punishments and anything dealing with locking people up. We don't need to be doing that. Period. Locking someone up is a punishment. But what does punishment really do for anybody? And whose punishment? And who, you know what I'm saying? It's, I would say crimes, are sometimes mistakes, sometimes mistaken identity, sometimes it's a failure to be able to use the right discretion or a failure to keep your emotions in check. You might beat the shit out of someone after being provoked, and the cops get one side of the story, so you end up getting locked up, and the other person's free to speak on your name and you're the bad guy, when it could be completely the other way around. But it's like by then you don't even want to talk about it because you're just free. You're ready to move forward. You don't want part of the drama. What I'm saying is it's time for people to understand that I'm not subscribing to any of the so-called laws that are already in place. Like, in the sense that I didn't make those. I don't ever recall getting a vote on any of that. And the way it's invaded my life and caused my freedom of speech and my own rights and my own money and my own everything to be able to just be taken out from underneath me, and I am not supposed to question it just because someone falsely reported misinformation on me in a criminal sense. So I'm therefore the immediate criminal. And, I've been far enough in life to know I don't feel like arguing. I don't feel like wasting extra energy getting a point across to somebody who is unwilling to hear what I'm saying because they're already convinced that whatever they're convinced of. And then it just goes down the rabbit hole of, oh, she's talking crazy or this, that, and another. And all that has no place with me. So, as much as people would love to use the crazy card or try to discredit anything I have to say or feel, I mean, like, it's so far beneath me that if you don't have something to come to the table with and understand that I'm not a bullshitter and what I say is not facts, it's just what is going on in my head, and I'm trying to hear and understand for myself and get other people's takes on it too. Because I've been kind of quieted in so many senses of the word quieted, just with people trying to quiet my personality, or I feel that has happened. Growing up, being in school, teachers do it to everybody. You got to sit there and shut up and do certain things that are not healthy for your life, like sitting in class from 7 to 2 p.m. and barely getting to go outside and barely allowed to eat unless they tell you you can when you can, and all this and another. Anyways, I've had enough suppression of just pure personality, humanity, and just allowed to just be and enjoy life and seek out things. I mean, there's tons of things to be interested in, to learn about, to do, to work. Yeah, it's great when you're allowed to look around your environment and think, oh, what do I want to do today? Everything's it's a beautiful place to learn, create, talk, find, work, help. There's so many things you can do, but instead they go ahead and throw us in a box, make us sit down and learn certain things and all this stuff. Then you get out of school, you don't have no motherfucking life skills as far as you're not working. You're too young for anybody to give you any kind of credit as far as like taking you seriously, especially if you're someone like me, who once I start talking and stuff, people are not going to want to hear it for some reason. And that's why I'm making this YouTube channel, because if not only just for my motherfucking self, I'm going to have to get some shit off my chest because, we might not be here tomorrow. I may not be here tomorrow. We never know when we're not going to have that ability to speak out at all to anyone. So, like, I need to get some stuff out there just for the pure, sake of humanity and my own self, because I just feel like, through some of my experiences, that there's quite a bit of easy, wonderful, great tweaks or adjustments we can make to the criminal justice system, the whole government, the whole everything, and making it so much more inclusive, where every single person, young or old, whether you're 18 or younger, feels part of what they're living under, the law of the land that they're supposedly supposed to be knowing. How many laws there are and loopholes and all that stuff. I mean, nobody knows any of that, but you can be accused of something and do time for it. And literally, like I said, this law stuff, like I'm super interested in coming to a normal medium, like that stuff might have stood for once in a lifetime back in the day, but as we evolve and progress, we want things to be better for ourselves, for other people, for our children, for the future. And more happiness, the more ability to get up, walk around, and pursue things at your own, like just at your own interest, your own mental calling, spiritual calling, whatever. If you feel like going outside and doing jumping jacks or running around, whatever, then you might feel like going down here and setting up a snow cone, selling snow cones. Then you might pack that up, clean it up, go inside, help somebody do laundry. What I'm saying is, I don't care if any of this makes sense or any of that, because I go with a flow, and I got way too much on my mind to make this too much of making any kind of sense. I'm just saying that when people have a freedom to feel like they're okay no matter what they're doing, they're not going to be in trouble for it, or they're not going to be like, oh, you made a bad decision that you actually went outside and you wanted to go do jumping jacks. How horrible. That's a dumb thing to do. You should be studying, or you should be, just no matter what the hell you do, it can't be right. You could have been helping someone clean up their room, but someone's always going to say, well, hey, you shouldn't have been doing that. That was the wrong choice. You should have been home doing this or doing this. Or it's just always, no matter what you've chosen or don't choose or are forced to do, it's a no-win situation. And I just think to be able to be free and walk around and wake up and do your life at your own pace, if you need time to enjoy your life, and yes, we will get work done. All of us together, everybody. It's not that any of us are lazy. I am more than willing to help, but I'm not more than willing to join a system of life and laws and employment and all this stuff, until I can't fit into something that I don't fit into. I need more flexibility and reasonableness when it comes to people and human beings, and these laws can really, just flush themselves out because they're outdated. There's too many of them. Nobody knows all these laws, and they're different everywhere you go. And anyone at any time can be snatched up and have some ridiculous stuff happen and be behind bars with no voice. And it can be quite an experience. And even for people who are guilty of something, that's not how you help people. That's not how you get that crime to stop, or that person. I mean, half the time what they did, they don't even consider a crime. I don't consider half the stuff I do a crime because I don't subscribe to those laws. I didn't write those laws, and I don't agree with them. It's like you're allowed to do these things, but not these. It's all this picking and choosing, and, I apparently didn't get the memo to vote on what we're picking and choosing to be okay and not okay. Therefore, I have pulled out, call it Brexit, call it Lizexit, whatever the fuck it is. I can't function in this I can't function in this kind of crazy shit. So being the peaceful, pretty passive person I am, all I'm asking for is a little bit of understanding and feedback. Don't know what happened. Alright, y'all. Well, the thing is all stuck up on something. It looks pretty cool. It's got my lighter and shit. But,